Welcome to Business Book Daily. Today I'm breaking down a book about rethinking, better judgment, and why being smart isn't the same as being right. I'll cover the big idea, the practical business lesson, and three sharp insights you can use right away. Let's get into it. But first, a word from our sponsor. Want to sell more without adding fixed payroll? A lot of smart operators hire commission-only reps, experienced sellers who get paid only when they produce results. If that sounds like a smarter way to scale, post your opportunity at commissiononly.com. Thousands of motivated reps are actively looking for performance-based roles right now. Commissiononly.com. Today's book is Think Again by Adam Grant. Grant is an organizational psychologist, Wharton professor, and best-selling author who studies motivation, work, leadership, and how people change their minds. His core argument is simple. Intelligence isn't just about what you know. It's about how quickly you can rethink what you know when the facts change. That's what makes this book useful. A lot of smart people get stuck because they treat their opinions like part of their identity. Once they believe something, they look for proof that supports it and ignore evidence that challenges it. In business, that's dangerous because markets change, customers change, teams change, and strategies stop working. The book makes a clear point. The people who win aren't always the ones with the strongest opinions. They're the ones who can change their minds before the cost of being wrong gets too high. One of the strongest ideas in the book is to think like a scientist. A scientist treats every belief as a theory to test, not a truth to defend. That mindset is useful in business because it turns opinions into experiments. Instead of saying, "This strategy will work," a stronger leader says, "Here's what we believe, here's how we'll test it, and here's what would prove us wrong." Another key lesson is to avoid preacher, prosecutor, and politician mode. Preacher mode means trying to convert people to your view. Prosecutor mode means attacking the other side. Politician mode means saying what will win approval. None of those habits help much when the goal is truth. Better thinking starts when people stop performing certainty and start asking better questions. The book also shows why confidence needs humility. The strongest thinkers are confident enough to act, but humble enough to know they may be wrong. Too much confidence becomes arrogance. Too much doubt becomes hesitation. Productive leaders move forward, but they keep learning as they go. There's also a useful lesson about disagreement. Conflict isn't always bad. The problem isn't disagreement. The problem is when disagreement becomes personal, political, or unsafe. Strong teams know how to challenge ideas without attacking people. When handled well, disagreement reveals weak assumptions, missed risks, and better options. Another important idea is that rethinking has to become part of the culture. It's not enough for one leader to be open-minded. Teams need habits that make rethinking normal. That can include pre-mortems, after-action reviews, decision check-ins, and asking what evidence would change someone's mind. So how do you apply this? Start by making assumptions visible. Before launching a project, campaign, hire, or product, write down what has to be true for the decision to work. This helps the team separate facts from hopes. Once assumptions are clear, you can test them instead of arguing about them. Next, reward people for updating their thinking. If someone changes their mind because new evidence appears, don't treat that as weakness. Treat it as good judgment. Teams learn faster when people aren't punished for admitting that an old plan no longer fits the facts. Then build disagreement into important decisions. Before making a major move, ask one person or small group to challenge the plan. Their job isn't to be negative. Their job is to find risks, blind spots, and weak logic before the market or customer does it for you. After that, use experiments instead of endless debate. When a team is split, ask what small test could give you better information. A landing page, customer interview, pilot program, pricing test, or limited rollout can teach more than another meeting full of opinions. Finally, review decisions after the fact. Don't only ask whether the outcome was good or bad. Ask whether the thinking was sound based on what you knew at the time. That helps teams improve judgment instead of simply celebrating luck or blaming people for surprises. Now here are three insights worth sharing. First, the best leaders don't prove they're right. They build systems that help them find out when they're wrong. Second, confidence without humility turns into arrogance, But humility without confidence turns into hesitation. Third, a team that can't challenge ideas will eventually protect bad decisions. Today's closing sponsor is MemoirGhostwriting.com. Many of the best business books start as ideas leaders have been refining for years. MemoirGhostwriting.com works with founders, executives, and industry experts to turn those ideas into polished business books that build authority, attract leads, and open doors. They handle everything from interviews to writing, to editing, to publishing. If there's a book in your head that should already be helping your business, learn more at MemoirGhostwriting.com. That's it for today. See you next time.